Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Whenever you're seeing this, do me a favor, guys, drop your city and state, like the video, and share the video. Guys, I just want to come on real quick and talk about a product that we created not too long ago. And I'm going to tell you something. For those of you who are second guessing yourselves, for those of you who are coming up with things and thinking, hey, you know what? It's not moving fast enough. Things are not moving fast enough. Well, you got to be patient and you got to be consistent. So we created a product called the T-shirt mini starter kit, probably about maybe 6 weeks ago. Okay. And hey, Latrice, how you doing? Probably created this about 6 weeks ago. And we created this product based off the amount of brand new people, brand new crafters, people who are new to business, who find our social media. Okay. Hey Sheila, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. And we created this probably about 6 weeks ago based off the amount of new crafters that find us, people who are new and interested in getting started in a business, just in general, not having the people who not having the best information or being told incorrect things. So we wanted to solve a problem. So you guys understand, man. Being in business, it's not just about making money. I don't care who you following that's talking about getting the bag. I don't care who you following talking about, filling the bag up, getting the money, getting it out the mud. I don't care who you are following that's talking all that jargon. Being in business is about creating a solution to a problem. And there's a lot of problems out there in the crafting industry. And I had no idea what I was getting myself involved in when me and my wife started this company. I had no idea the things that were going on in this company, the misinformation. I'm gonna read some things to you, man, and then I'm gonna tell you exactly why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why we're doing this and why it makes so much sense for us to keep on doing it. Once again, being in business is not just about how much money you make and how many sales you make. Because if you can actually find a solution or provide a solution to somebody's problem, the money's gonna come. Matter of fact, the money is already out there. All you have to do is figure out how you can get the money. So I'm in this group, okay, and I don't want y'all to. I thought I had posted this. I'm sorry. I thought I posted this. Maybe I did. If I did, then I'll just I'll delete it. Anyway, being in business is about creating a solution to a problem. And too many people are finding out the hard way that they're following the wrong people. One of the biggest mistakes that a crafter can make in this industry is follow the wrong person. Somebody gonna say I'm hating. It's always gonna be somebody who hates the truth. But you, as a crafter, as a designer, as someone who wants to do something on your own, maybe you want to start your own business, you can understand when I say it is very important to follow the right people. I don't know why I'm saying, oh yeah, that's why I said I'm live. That's dumb. I'm crazy. I'm on my phone, man, trying to find this group. I'm like, why is it saying I'm live? I'm live. Duh. But yeah, so let's talk about that, right? What solution can you create? What solution can you solve? What problem can you solve? We want to make all this money without understanding how money works. We want to make all this money without understanding how to keep the money. We want to make all this money because we think if I make the money, all the understanding will come. Too many superstars, too many famous people, too many people who are financially ignorant made that same mistake. They learned later on that they didn't understand how money works. Anyway, so find a problem and suggest or create a solution to the problem. One of the biggest problems that crafters have is they don't know where to get started. Another big problem that crafters have is that the supplies that they're looking for is so expensive to where they can't afford it. You got a house or an apartment, you got a mortgage or rent, you got a car note, a car insurance, you have a family, you got to purchase groceries, you have credit card debt, some of y'all got student loan debt, you know, but you're trying to make a better way for yourself. You're trying to make it better for you and your family. And it may be you doing something on the side just to make a couple of extra dollars a month, maybe a couple of $100 a month. And you decide that you want to start a t-shirt side hustle or a t-shirt business or whatever you want to call it. You want to just sell some shirts here and there. Well, the first thing that happens is you don't know where to get started. You don't know what equipment to get. You don't know what supplies to buy. You have no idea where to get started. You don't know what's a good product, what's a bad product. What we did right here is we created a solution to that problem. And I'm here not to brag, but I'm here to thank you guys, who has purchased from us over the last, I want to say 72 hours, man. We sold probably about 15 of these in the last 72 hours. Now that may not sound like a lot to you, but this is something that we created. This is a product that we put together. Okay. This product is a t-shirt mini starter kit. And what we did was we took and put 2 polyester shirts in here with 2 polyester transfers. We put 6 cotton t-shirts in here, different colors, and we gave you different transfers to try out. Plus, we gave you some pressing instructions, and we gave you a couple of little extras like some heat tape. We gave you a tape measure. We gave you a t-shirt placement guide. But then not just that. When you purchase something from us here at the Blank Spot, now is when you have access to us. See, too many people trying to stick their key into the hole that they don't have access to. You're trying to put your key in the lock and you don't have access to it. Because you guys have shopped with us, you now have the ability not just to ask us questions, but you have the ability to get answers now. Okay. And that's what part of business is about. We created a solution to a problem. The problem is people want to make shirts, whether they want to do it because they want to save money, whether they want to do it because they want to make a little money on the side, or whether they want to do it because they just want to do a hobby. Regardless, nobody wants to do something and feel like they're going to fail at it. Here, we've made it easy for you. So I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody who shopped with us, and specifically who's bought these kits. So these kits are not just for people who are just getting started. Some of y'all are only doing vinyl. Some of y'all have only done vinyl. Some of y'all got y'all's cutter and you got your vinyl, and that's all you know. You're not trying to deviate from it until you run into somebody or somebody runs into you and they ask you to make them something. And now you got about 15, 20, maybe 30 shirts to make. And you're going to do it all from a Cricut or a Silhouette? Nah. So we gave you the solution to a lot of your issues. Learning how to use different types of transfers, if you're going to be a t-shirt maker, is going to be what's going on, because a lot of people don't know. You've never tried a rhinestone transfer. Rhinestone transfer is inside here. You never tried a screen print transfer. It's in here. You never tried a clear film full color transfer. I had a young lady that tell me that she didn't even know that there was a such thing as a full color screen print transfer. You know, hey Pandora, good evening. Thanks for jumping on. So I'm really happy with what we're doing, and I'm really excited to see where this is gonna go, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. As a matter of fact, when we came up with this idea, or when this idea was given to us, I didn't really take it seriously. I didn't take it serious to the point to where I'm going to make all these boxes. I'm going to pre-make these boxes, and I'm going to go ahead and prep everything. That way we could just pull it from the shelf. I didn't even take it that seriously. Now y'all got us on our heels. I'm over here pressing boxes, making our boxes. I'm over here, D's in the back, getting all the transfers and stuff together. So what we did was we took it upon ourselves and we actually pre-made some boxes. This box is full. I don't know if you can see that tape on there, but this box is full. This box is on the shelf and it's ready to go. So now we're ready, because we know that an idea that we shared with the public is working. Now all we need is for you out there, if you are well versed in making t-shirts, or if you're well versed in crafting, and you got a friend, a relative, somebody who's just getting started, and you don't have time to share with them, or you don't have time to take your time with them, let them know that the Blank Spot has these t-shirt mini starter kits, and they're not that much. They don't cost that much. I want y'all to go to the website, right? I know that's the next question. If anybody's going to ask the question, you're going to ask how much they cost. Right now, they're marked 20% down. They're marked 20% down. So I want you to think about it. Go to the website, and when you go to the website, I want you to hit the second picture on the website that says what's new. So now I want you to think about this. You're going to get 6 t-shirts, 4 cotton, 2 sublimation. The sublimation t-shirts off the bat are going to be probably one of the more expensive shirts. Hey, Tamara, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. But you got a rhinestone transfer. Those rhinestone transfers can be expensive. You got a full color screen print transfer. That could be on the expensive side. Then you got some other tools in there, heat tape. You got measuring tape. The other transfers are not as expensive. But if you take those and actually learn how to make those, you can actually make your investment back. But you're getting a lot of value. 6 shirts and 6 transfers, you're getting a lot of value. So it's marked down 20% from the original price. So that means you're going to save money off the bat. We got so many people talking about they're ready. We're going to keep on putting videos out about the t-shirt mini starter kit. We're going to just keep on flooding our network, our airwaves, with the t-shirt mini starter kit, because there are a lot of newbies out there who have never pressed a shirt before. People who are only doing certain transfers. This group that I jumped in, and I don't think it's funny, but some of the questions that's in here, they got me kind of entertained, right? Some of these questions, they got me kind of entertained. I don't want y'all to get mad at me, because some of y'all might be in this group. But it's I think it's Sublimation for Beginners. Sublimation for Beginners, I think, is the group. So I joined the group the other day just to see what was going on, man. I'm not in there adding, I'm not in there trying to sell to anybody, because that is definitely not going to be a good idea. You know, these people are brand new. They're trying to learn something. But it's funny because there's a lot of people in that group. It seems like there's more people that's in that group that don't know than the ones that do know. So I don't know who's guiding. Let me see. I will. Thanks. I'm looking into doing something. So I'm telling you, it's an opportunity for you to not spend a lot of money. Let's say you want to get started making shirts. There's a lot of people out there want to start making shirts, but you're not getting the guidance that you think you need. Why go out there and buy thousands of dollars worth of equipment? Why go out there and buy cheap material, not knowing if it's good or not? These supplies have already been vetted. They've already been tested. They've already been proven. So if you shop with us, you already know. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you know, you know. We're not selling subpar items over here. But I'm in this group, man. I'm looking at some of these comments and some of these questions of these people. And I told my wife, I said, baby, we got a lot of work to do. Because just when you think that sublimation is going to be put on the back burner, you got this whole group of tens of thousands of people who are trying to get started in sublimation, but they don't know where to get started. If you're not doing sublimation, and I'm just going to say this part, because the kit has other transfers in it, but we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. Like my wife said, sublimation is our baby. We're not gonna stop doing it. We're gonna continue to do sublimation. I did not really know just how much the community needed sublimation until I started seeing some of the products that was being put out, and until I started seeing some of the items and some of the questions that was being asked. Let me see. Hit the nail on the head. That's why I'm researching firsthand. Just logged into your live. Well, appreciate you for jumping on. You definitely have to do your research. You got to test out and verify what people tell you, because folks will tell you stuff just to sell you stuff. All right. But what I'm noticing is and I said this the other day, and I'm going to keep on saying it because it just makes too much sense. The other processes out there are trying to catch up. And now what's happening is there's so many people who have put sublimation to the side to go chase other processes, only to have to pick sublimation right back up. So you see, so I saw you the other day. I saw you, it may have been yesterday, Tamara. You commented on something and I liked it. Okay. I'm not in there to give help. I'm not in there to help, but yeah, it's gonna definitely help me do some content because it is a content creator. That group is a content creator. But I will tell you, I really wanted to, Tamara, seriously, I really wanted to help some people and share my opinion, and give some answers, some correct answers. But because I have the title of our business, that's not gonna go over well. I don't want anybody to think I'm in there trying to prospect people or anything. So I'm just watching from a distance. But there are some questions in there of some people that really have no idea, no clue. You know, we talk about our sublimation paper and how you don't have to sublimate at a high temperature. Just now, not too long ago, this lady was in there talking about how she held up her shirt. First of all, she was using like one of those A4 shirts, the little silky C2 Sports or A4 shirts, the silky shirt. She was using that shirt and she held it up to the light. One thing, you can see straight through it. Number two, you see a yellow stain behind it, and the yellow stain is off of the press mark. And people were talking about, you know, yeah, you can fix it by spraying. What did she spray on it? Let me see. What she spray on that shirt? No, not that. She had a yellow stain in her shirt. She sprayed peroxide on the shirt. Well, the peroxide might fix the shirt. It may take the discoloration out the shirt, but what's the problem with the yellow stain? She pressed the shirt too hot. And it's because people who start with sublimation, they start trying to do a one size fits all. You got to learn about the process. So inside what we do, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can watch several videos that we've done where we sit down and we explain and break it down step by step how these processes work. There's no one size fits all in this crafting industry, and there's definitely no one size fits all in sublimation. But back to this. We created this t-shirt mini starter kit. It has 6 shirts. 4 are cotton and 4 are sublimation. Now, we have our own sublimation shirts, so we put those in there, so you don't have to worry about that. It's going to be great. We have our own sublimation paper, which means that we got our own transfers in here. You don't have to worry about that. But it's just the idea that there's so many people who are ignorant about this industry, and we're attaching ourselves to these groups, hoping that somebody's going to give us something for free. There's so much technology out there, y'all. Do me a favor, man. Type a number 1 if this is your first time on my live. Where my number 1s at? This your first time seeing this. Drop a number 1 in the comments. Pedro, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Flyboy, what's up? Thanks for jumping on. If you're a first timer, I want you to think about something. You probably already know this. Trust but verify. Cleopatra, thank you. Trust but verify. People will tell you something just to sell you something, Roxanne. And I know you guys are savvy, but at the same time, first timers are always so afraid that they're going to mess up. And a lot of times, people who are selling you something, people who are telling you something, they're telling you and selling you based off of your fear. I want y'all to understand that. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, but make sure you go and do your research and make sure you go and verify what somebody is telling you, to include me. I'm not anybody special. I will tell you this. One of the biggest mistakes that people who are new to the crafting industry make is following the wrong doggone people. Yeah. And I hate to say this, ladies, because you now didn't always, But because you now make up a large part of the industry, you are drawn. Quanda, how you doing? Hey Latrice, what's up? Latrice says facts. You are drawn to people, don't take this the wrong way, who talk like you, who act like you, who maybe they came from where you came from, or maybe going through what you're going through. I want you to think about this. If you're trying to do something better and get in a better place, why in the hell are you trying to follow somebody who act like you, who talk like you, and who came from where you came from? I'm just asking. Make that one make sense to me. If you're a hustler and you're trying to be legitimate, why are you drawn to hustlers? If you hood and ghetto and you're trying to, be legitimate, if you're trying to be, articulate, if you're trying to be, serious about your business, why are you attracted to hood and ghetto? Why are you allowing yourself to keep falling back into that smacking of your lips and rolling of your necks? I'm being serious. Why are you drawn to that personality? As Tamara said, drawn to personality. Why are you drawn to that personality? Why are you allowing yourself to fall right back into that get it fast mentality? There ain't nothing about this industry that happens fast or overnight. You have to learn it. And just like anything that you want to be successful at, you got to get up and do it every day. Stevie, what's going on? You got to get up and do it every day. Whatever you ate yesterday, you ain't eating today. Which is why a lot of people are not going to be in business. A lot of people are going to be in hustle. Craftlers is what I call them. Craftlers, saying they got a business, which means they craftness. They don't have a business. So you got to think about it. You got to really pay attention to the people that you're watching, what they're saying. And then if you are from a certain place and you grew up a certain way, then you ought to be the first ones to recognize, because game should recognize game. But you're still getting in bed with people who are trying to, anyway. So I just wanted to come on really and thank everybody who has purchased one of these sweet potato pies. I feel like Patti LaBelle right now. Patty's Pies. Almost anyway. Now, for real, for everybody who has actually purchased one of these t-shirt mini starter kits, I just want to thank everybody who has taken into consideration how this can help you. And I want to get some feedback. So I'm going to follow up with the people who have made these purchases, and I'm going to probably email them and try to find out how they're doing. We don't have a group or a class, but because they got this kit, I wanted to be sure to make sure that they have everything that they need and understand. This kit is just the first step. Now, everybody who bought the kit, they don't need the kit. You know what I'm saying? They don't need the kit. Some people bought the kit just to do business with us, and we appreciate it. Some people bought the kit because of the variety of transfers in it. Oh yeah, Steve, you saw that. You saw that question too, huh? We had somebody ask, "Was the kit free?" Nah, it ain't free. But yeah. So I just want to thank everybody once again who's making this really possible, because this is solving a problem. This is solving a problem. It's making it cost effective and affordable for people who want to get started. Now, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. This is a step. You still need to make sure you have a reliable heat press. Okay, let's slide this thing over here. You got to make sure you have a reliable heat press. You don't have to purchase them from us, but we do sell them. But a reliable heat press. You don't have to go out there and get $1,000 heat press, not even knowing if you're going to even be doing this tomorrow. What size is what? What size shirts do we go up to? 5X. Check out the website. Check out the website. Sheila says, I wasn't going to say anything, but you're so right. I joined a couple of groups just to see what they knew. A lot of the information from the actual group leader wasn't very knowledgeable. Oh, Sheila, you better not say that in the group. You know what's happening in today's climate. You say the wrong thing, you're gonna get canceled. You mess around and lose your YouTube privileges. don't say the wrong thing. You know how it is out there. You know how it is out there. Do not say the wrong thing, man. These folks are very sensitive. You know, and the sad part about it, and I'm not gonna stay on here long, but I'm gonna be really honest. The sad part about it is people would rather continue to be wrong. A lot of people would rather continue to be wrong and go down the negative and wrong rabbit hole than to go back up the right way and do things the right way. What we doing, Jacqueline? We selling. I'm just thanking everybody who's purchased the t-shirt mini starter kit. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, man. So, you know, it is scary. It's scary, but you have to be able to verify and validate what people are saying. And with all this technology out here, there's no way that you can't do it. Stop just falling in line and following people. That's okay. I'm not getting much from the group anyway. I got a lot to say, and some of it's gonna sound messy because I am petty, and some of it's gonna sound, all of it's true. Some of it's gonna sound messy, some of it's gonna be petty, but it's amazing how there are people in these groups. There's people out there that has tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're leading people down the wrong way. Okay. They may have been selling a product. They're no longer selling the product, and then they're telling you to go use a jacked up product. And they come back and they say, now I'm selling my product again, and I'm gonna do a compare. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I want to get into details so bad, but I don't have time. Let me see. Steve said, yeah, but I do have to say, we learn. Yeah, you learn the hard way. We must learn the hard way before we realize who we are. Absolutely. A lot of people just won't digest what's true. A lot of people won't digest what's true. You know, but yeah. So you know what that is? Yeah, I mean, but it's some people, and you got to be careful once again. Some of these folks that are in these groups, has anybody ever heard of Jim Jones? Anybody know who Jim Jones is? No, nobody know who Jim Jones is. Y'all know who Jim Jones is? You know, Latrice, don't you? Sheila, you know who Jim Jones is? Y'all telling y'all age. Pandora, y'all know who Jim Jones is? Steve, you know who Jim Jones is? Now he wasn't just he wasn't just that, Brown. He wasn't just that. He was a persuasive personality who people trusted. They committed themselves to, and they followed. And if Jim told you to get in the car or get in the vehicle, and that he was going to run into this brick wall, the people just buckled up. They just buckled up. That's how a lot of people are following these groups. That's how a lot of people are following these groups. And some of these so-called content creators and crafter creators, craftators. I'm going to just keep making up words. These craftators, because a lot of them not crafters. A lot of them not business owners. A lot of them have business platforms. A lot of them are set up, but they have no business knowledge. They got hustler knowledge. And a lot of people are following these people, and they're saying, hey, get in the car with me. Let's go for a ride. And they say, hey, I'm going to speed up. I'm going to hit this speed bump. I'm going to speed up. I'm going to run into this brick wall. And all you saying, instead of saying, hey, pull over and let me get out, what you doing is you buckling up. What's going on, John? You just buckling up. And when you get all beat up and banged up, you don't stop. You just get back in the car and keep on riding with them. You got to learn when enough is enough. So if you are new, one of the biggest mistakes that people who are new to this industry make is following the wrong people. Before you hook up your hitch to somebody, make sure you watch them. Make sure they're consistent. Make sure what they're saying, not just consistent. Make because you can consistently lie. Make sure they're consistent and they're positively consistent and they're telling you the right thing. So you're gonna have to do some research and some homework. You're gonna have to do that. Anyway, I got about 50 minutes before we have our first training in a long time. Got a training tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those of you who signed up via Zoom, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you. If you did not, I'm not sharing the link. You still got time to sign up. You can go through our Facebook page and you can go and see what to do to sign up. But it's taking place at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't care if it's one person on there or nobody. We're going to get a presentation like we got 50,000 people on there. So I recommend you guys be on time, because if you're not, you're going to miss something. The call will be recorded, but it won't be recorded for free. All right. So if you missed the live, that means you're going to have opportunity to pay for it. That's how we work in this thing. If you don't think I'm serious, try me. All right. So anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. Once again, I appreciate y'all, man. We created a solution to people who are new and looking for some quality things. If you're looking for quality stuff, you can get started right here with our t-shirt mini starter kit. All right. Let me see. No exceptions, Steve. But this is going to be beneficial to people who are business owners. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So less than an hour and 50 minutes. And you have to sign up. Once you signed up, you gotta email with the link. Okay. So if you did not sign up, you got to go ahead and sign up. I don't care about no Monday Night Football. I don't care about none of that. I care about my business, and I care about helping y'all get y'all situation straight as well. So that's all I got. I'll see those of you who signed up in about 50 minutes. Thank y'all for jumping on. Once again, we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see each and every one of you guys at the top, because there's entirely too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.